Go.
Good afternoon. This is Linda Lupowitz with Connect to Pro Virtual Administrative Staffing Solutions, and I'm talking with Michael Hellickson today. Michael Hellickson is the founder and president of Virtual Assistant Staffing, which is the world's leading headhunting agency specializing in helping businesses find, hire, and train top talent from around the globe at great savings over employing locally. Michael's an efficiency expert and a global team builder. So Michael, tell me, how did you go from being the nation's #1 real estate agent to becoming the world's leading virtual assistant staffing guy?
Well, I'll tell you, first of all, thank you so much for having me today, Linda. I appreciate it, the interview today. It started off years ago. I was a real estate agent. In fact, for 20 years, I sold real estate, and as you said, eventually we grew to being the #1 real estate team in the country. And it's interesting because our staff and our payroll grew along with it. And I was literally at one point found myself at 44 staff members with I think we were at $125,000 a month in payroll, and which is a lot. Yeah, that's a big pill to swallow every month. And long story short, we started looking for other alternatives for staffing, and we realized that we could save about $85,000 a month, or 67% on our payroll, by going virtual with our staff. And we did that, and we saved not only the money on the actual staffing, but we also saved on office expenses because we no longer needed to have a physical office, which meant no more computers. We didn't have to maintain those computers. We didn't have any phones that we had to maintain anymore. None of that stuff. All those expenses went away, and we became just a lean, mean machine. It was great. The process of hiring these folks was pretty cumbersome. There's a lot of work to it, and we developed a great process for it, but we realized that for most businesses, it's probably not realistic to expect that they're going to implement a process like that. And so we decided, gosh, there's a gaping hole in the marketplace where between people that individuals and companies that would like to hire talented people overseas. And the ability to find those folks and get them interviewed and vetted and tested and all that kind of stuff. And so, long story short, that's how virtual assistant staffing came to be. We sold our real estate company to our then office manager, and opened up virtual assistant staffing, and have been going great guns ever since.
Wow, that sounds great. So what types of things can your virtual assistants do?
Oh, you name it. Everything from bookkeeping to telemarketing to executive assistants. Just all kinds of things. Website design and development, content creation, article writers. Literally anything that you can think of that can be done from a location other than yours can be done by a virtual assistant.
So how does that work for you? If you don't have someone in your office, how do you work together?
Well, we use email and phone and Skype, and I'll tell you that, Skype is a very, very powerful tool. We use that every single day, and it's very easy to use, and our assistants like it, and our clients like it, and so, and it's free, by the way. We also talk to them over the phone, and frankly, I'm more efficient in my day because I'm working virtually instead of locally, because now I don't have people knocking on my door 24/7, saying, hey, can you help me with this, or, just asking me questions all the time. I'm able to decide when I want to respond to those questions instead of being taken away from what I'm doing at that moment.
So your VAs can work on their own and just report to you with the results of their daily tasks?
Oh, absolutely. The VAs that we hire are all very highly skilled. They're not the kind of people that need to be directed in every single thing they do, right? These are folks that are very smart, highly intelligent, capable of making decisions, and really taking an ownership interest from an emotional standpoint into you and your business.
So where are your VAs from?
All over the world. We get them, about 60% of the people we hire come out of the Philippines. We hire a lot out of South Africa, Central and South America. In fact, I just hired a gentleman from Bolivia this morning. We have folks in London and other parts of England, all over Europe. You name it. I mean, these folks come from all over.
Well, are they able to work during my local business hours?
That's a great question, and absolutely yes, they do work during your local business hours. So if you're on the East Coast and you want somebody to work 9 to 5 Eastern Standard Time, well, that's fine. We can accommodate that. If you want them to work nighttime your time, that's okay too. I mean, ultimately, the client is always in charge of and the decision maker on what hours are going to be worked.
Well, it seems like it's a great thing if you can go to bed and know that somebody's working on your projects. You get up in the morning and they're done.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and that's possible too. But, I tell you, most of our clients prefer to have them working during their own business hours.
Right, so that you can interact when needed.
Correct, yeah.
So what if you get me a virtual assistant and I'm not happy with their work?
Oh, you can always just let us know that person was not a great fit for you, and we'll get rid of them and get you a different one and let you try that new one out all day long. That's totally not a problem. You're never locked into anything long term. We're pretty easygoing about that sort of thing. Ultimately, we want to make sure the client is happy and that they remain a long-term client of ours.
Well, that actually sounds a lot easier and less cumbersome than hiring someone that you can't then fire very easily.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. When you watch The Apprentice, you see Donald, he'll say, hey, you're fired. But what you don't see is you don't see that person going to the state and suing Donald for wrongful termination or, saying, all the other legal issues they can bring up when you fire somebody in the States. And the good news is when you fire a virtual assistant, you don't have any of those issues.
Wow. Well, that is a good deal. So can I find out more about you have a trial program that you're offering?
We do. We actually give you your first week with each virtual assistant on me. In other words, I will literally pay your virtual assistant to work for you for a full week so that you can test drive them and make sure that they are the right fit for you before you begin paying for them. And if you decide they're not the right fit, well, no problem. Then you let me know and we'll get rid of them, and you haven't paid us anything at that point. So you don't owe us anything either. So yeah, we're really pretty easy going about that. We just want to make sure again that that we're going to take all the risks so that you don't have to, and so that you get to really make sure that you're getting the right long-term fit for your team.
Well, that sounds great. I have a lot of clients working with virtual assistants, and sometimes it's a challenge to find them on your own and keep the relationship going with people that you may not, have a personal relationship with, and so sometimes you don't know what's going on with them. They'll disappear for a few days or a week, or they'll have connection problems and that kind of thing. So the fact that you're behind your VAs and can replace them, it just seems like a real winner.
Yeah, we believe so strongly that our VA is going to be the right fit for you and your team that we're going to take all that risk on so you don't have to. We really are willing to put our money where our mouth is.
So how do we find out more about getting started with virtual assistants for your staffing?
Yeah, Linda, we would just have them go to your website, to your link there to connect with us. Do you have that domain name handy?
Connect to Pro. It's connect, the number 2, PRO.com. ConnectToPro.com.
And where on that website is linked for them to connect with our virtual assistant?
Well, it's right up at the top.
Perfect. Okay.
Can't miss it.
And when you guys click on that link, what will happen is there will be a form to fill out, and when you fill that form out, my virtual assistant is going to contact you and set up a time for you and I to speak one-on-one on the phone and really dig deep into your needs and make sure that that we're taking care of your personal needs, and we just go from there.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Well, Linda, thank you so much again for taking the time to do this interview today, and appreciate you having me on it, and we'll look forward to doing lots of great things with you and everybody on the call.
Okay, Michael. Take care now.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.